Well, what is going on, boys and girls of YouTube? Greetings and salutations. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come stop by my YouTube channel. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently today. Normally, I do movie reviews, but today I thought would be a good time to watch some spookiness. And I thought we'd go ahead and watch one of my favorite channels that I like to watch called Slapped Ham. It's a video channel where they show ghost capturings, paranormal activity, all sorts of good stuff like that. So if you're into the paranormal or into anything spooky, be sure to like and subscribe this channel so you can catch all the videos that I'm going to be watching. I have tons and tons of channels that I watch with all sorts of spooky stuff. So without further ado, if you have not checked out Slapped Ham, I do recommend you going over and checking out their content. He is such a cool guy to watch, and all the content that he's been managing to find. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
That was not me.
That wasn't me either.
Ethereal Sisters Paranormal is a paranormal research team based in Western Australia. Lead investigators Peter and Jen travel to notoriously haunted areas of Australia in search of evidence that may prove there's more to this world than what we can see.
Show us around.
In this episode, the team heads to the old Serpentine Cemetery in Western Australia. This property dates back to 1907 and is the final resting place of some of the pioneering families that first settled in the area. While the team were investigating some old gravestones, their necrophonic app, a program designed to communicate with spirits, started giving directions.
We're heading
An
that
app?
way.
If it's an app on the phone, I don't know if I trust those kind of apps. I feel like it's not real. I could be wrong.
Then, as they move into another section of the cemetery, the camera picks up something rather strange. Watch.
Oh my gosh, it's really coming through. Okay. Let me just pause. Alright, so then.
Watching that again, a strange blue mist moves past the camera.
Alright, so.
Oh yeah.
Here it is, slowed down.
I really don't look too much into mist and orbs unless it's absolutely certain that the mist is moving in an odd way. I mean, that could just be fog. A fog spot
It's a
floating
clear
by.
night, and there doesn't appear to be any fog or mist in the area. Further still, their torchlight is a completely different shade, yet whatever passes by is a strange blue colour.
Alright, so then.
Has that got some significance or?
So that is the section down.
Later in the video, Peter and Jen try a series of tests to try and reproduce the strange lighting effect.
Like between these poles. Oh. Well, I'm not getting any kind of blue tinge from that. Okay, so you can see there's like that, the ring on the outside along the.
That's one place I don't know if I'd ever go to, is a cemetery at night.
No matter what they try, nothing creates the same blue mist-like effect.
Maybe. Oh, it just went hella blurry then. Oh, whoa. Let me go back.
What the? Oh my god. Son, you scared the crap out of me.
Shortly after the encounter, the Ethereal Sisters paranormal team sent the footage to renowned paranormal investigator Greg Ludwig, whose work has been featured on the TV show Ghost Adventures. He said that while pockets of mist can spontaneously form on cold nights, he doesn't believe it's mist at all, nor does he think it's pareidolia. He believes the area has a male energy about it. So what do you make of it? Is it just pareidolia, or is there something more to this mysterious blue mist? Love to hear your take on this in the comment section down below.
I don't really think there's going too much into that mist.
Alright,
I feel like it's just a bit of a fog spot that randomly appeared, but I could be wrong.
In June 2018, a man in Japan experienced something truly eerie in a playground in his local neighborhood. He noticed that a swing was moving all by itself inside the playground. He couldn't quite explain it, so he set up a camera to document the strange occurrence. He also used his phone to capture a different angle to prove what was happening to family and friends. The footage was uploaded to the YouTube channel Fourth Wall for all to see. First, take a look at the high camera shot that he took.
Oh, I've seen this particular video on other channels too.
You can clearly see the swing moving.
And the bottom of that guy looks a little transparent.
There also appears to be someone else in the playground watching the swing move. Now, watch the angle filmed on his phone. Here you can see the swing moving on its own.
That's
more
some
clearly.
pretty creepy shit right there. Man, I don't know if I'd go out there. I'd be too afraid of that thing latching onto me and coming back with me wherever I go. Yeah, there's nobody there. How do you fake that?
There is, however, a small detail that makes this footage even more chilling. The person that was also watching the swing in the first angle can't be seen in the phone footage.
Nope.
There's just no one there.
Man, I'd be turning a shade of white when I got back and saw that there was someone there and nobody on my camera footage.
The man later stated that he didn't see the other person at all. It was only when he compared the two pieces of footage that he realized what was going
Crazy.
on.
ツイッターはそうですね、20回ぐらいしか再生されてないので、普通に消しました。
So what do you make of this chilling footage? Is there some way to explain the other man not appearing in the video captured by the phone? The OP said he posted the two pieces of footage to Twitter, but when it only got a few views and no comments, he decided to delete the tweet.
Oh, man.
So, until further info comes to hand, this unsettling piece of footage will have to remain a mystery.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah, that guy's a lot braver than I would be.
In December 2020, Carly Everidge, who goes by the TikTok username Everidge7, experienced something that she can't quite explain. For months, she'd been experiencing eerie things around the house but couldn't quite put her finger on what was going on. That is until her home security system captured something on film that seems to justify why she felt so off inside the house. Take a look at what was captured.
Oh, yeah, I'd bolt
As you
too.
can see, the door seems to move all on its own.
You can do the laundry for me. I ain't fucking with that.
It then moves again after Carly notices it, causing her to run from the room. This clip went viral on TikTok, ticking up over 9 million views. Almost instantly, Carly
That's a
had
smart
an
thing to
audience
do.
of
I watch
followers
too many
that were
horror
demanding
movies where they
answers
decide to
the
go
strange
into
event.
that damn thing and
To
check out
help
what the hell's
clarify
in
the
there.
situation and answer some
That's
questions,
how you get dragged
Carly
into
did
the
a live
abyss.
stream to chat to everyone in real time. While the live stream isn't available on her page anymore, there is some home security footage of her while she was doing the live stream. Here you can see Carly chatting to her followers, showing the room where the initial incident took place. Everything seems fairly normal, but watch what happens. Watching that again as
It
Carly
doesn't seem
walks
to be
off, chatting to
too
her audience on the live stream,
aggressive
the
so
door once
far.
again opens all by itself.
But I definitely get that checked out. Is that an old record player?
Viewers said that Carly should look into the history of the home to see if anyone's died in the house. It's
Or
hard
if
to
it's
say
on an
definitively
Indian burial
what's going
ground.
on here. Some viewers thought perhaps it was pressure inside the house or a strong draft that pried the door open. However, others think because it happened twice on two separate occasions, the timing is far too strange just to be pressure or simply wind.
My thoughts too.
So is this something paranormal? I'll leave that up to you to decide. Recently, one of our viewers, who goes by the username
Ooh, I
Slim
love
Monster the
convenience
Witch,
store camera
emailed
footage.
us describing
You really
a
can't
haunting
fake
that
this.
they're currently experiencing. They work at a store called the Smoky Monkey in Fort Collins,
Smoky
Colorado,
Monkey.
and they believe some kind of entity is haunting the shop. At first, it was just little things like noticing objects not in their usual spot, but eventually it got
Ooh,
worse.
that looks cool.
Our viewer claims that one day they saw a strange bald man browsing the store. At first, they thought nothing of it, but when they took a second glance, the man had completely disappeared. Shortly after, both our viewer and the store owner say they saw a shadowy figure that almost looked like a black cat roaming the premises.
I never cross whenever black
They
cats
believe
go by.
this energy is responsible for objects in the store moving
Call me
about.
superstitious.
Luckily, the property has
I'm not
security cameras
superstitious,
running around the clock, some of which
I am a little
manage to pick
stitious.
up some
Bit
of
of
the
an office
strange
joke for you
events
there.
that take place in and around this shop front. In this first clip, we can see a clerk helping a customer. Take a look at what happens.
That ghost trying to steal.
A bag of tobacco mysteriously falls off the top shelf.
Ghost has been dead so long he needs a puff.
While it's possible gravity played a part
Or
in the
she,
bag
you know.
falling, this next piece
I'm
of
not
footage
assuming
is a
the
little
ghost's
harder
gender.
to explain. Watch.
Okay, I thought that was a pack that fell out from the shelf that
As
he
you
was
can
pulling out.
see, a packet gets pushed off one of the shelves. There's a clear force behind its movement.
Yeah, it's falling out from underneath, or from the bottom part of the packet, not the top.
In
Like
this third clip, yet more movement is captured.
like the force of the shelf was being pulled.
Watching that again, it's
What am I looking
subtle,
at here?
but you can see a pipe gets ejected from the glass display cabinet.
Oh, okay. Did not see that.
So is this Colorado store really haunted? It's hard to say definitively.
I don't know about
way,
haunted, but
given the first-hand
something
accounts
definitely
from our
wants some
viewer
smoke
and
up
the
in there.
store owner himself, plus the footage and the eerie shadow figure sightings, it all amounts to a compelling case of the supernatural.
I want one, if not all of those pipes.
We recently received an email from a demonologist based in the UK who operates under the pseudonym V.
Demonologist.
They're a private paranormal investigator that creates, sells and buys Dybbuk jars as part of their research. A Dybbuk is a type of malicious spirit rooted in Jewish mythology. They're believed to be evil spirits that cling to or possess their victims. The term first appears in 16th century literature, referring specifically to demons rather than spirits or ghosts. V wrote to us saying that a demonic energy had slipped into their house. Their K2 meter was running hot after a series of strange events.
1 second,
that
son, I'm
happened
a
in
little
their
busy.
home. V claims that they managed to lock the demon in a Dybbuk jar. They took a photo to try and prove what had happened. Here you can see the Dybbuk jar, and on closer inspection, there appears to be a skeletal face screaming out of it.
Images
V
in
insists the photo is genuine
liquids
and that
and
the
in
eerie
bread
face
and stuff
didn't
like
show
that.
up in
I
other
don't really
images.
know about any of that, man.
The jar has allegedly since been sold, its whereabouts unknown. So this is all
that's
the
kind of
information
stretching
we
to
have.
me.
The details
That's
certainly
really
add up to
grasping
a
for
fun
something.
story, but whether it's true or not remains to be seen. I guess next time you see a Dybbuk box for sale on eBay, pause for a second and remember our viewer V, and that there's a sliver of a chance that they genuinely did sell a demon to some unsuspecting soul.
Yeah, if that is true, that's kind of messed up of you. Don't be
Before we take a
selling
look at some
demons over the
unsettling
internet.
photos captured in North Carolina, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on
I
all channel
subscribe, how about you?
notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and creepy videos. A viewer of ours, Philip T, recently wrote to us to tell us about his grandfather's farm that he believes
Liberty,
is
North
haunted
Carolina.
by multiple entities. The property, which is in Liberty, North Carolina, has a very long history and has an old cemetery on it. Philip has visited his grandfather's farm sporadically his entire life, and ever since he can remember, there's been eerie things happening on the property. He's seen dark shapes out the corner of his eye, objects have moved without reason, and on one occasion, several people all at once saw a mysterious woman move through one of the rooms of the house. However, when they searched for her, she was nowhere to be found. Recently, Philip was with his father in the backyard that backs onto the cemetery. Philip was showing his dad how to take low-light photos of the stars in the sky. At the time, nothing seemed amiss. However, when they reviewed the photos, there was something strange in them that wasn't there in person. Looking at the first photo, there's a strange white shape on the right of the image.
Okay, you can go ask Mama. Mm-hmm.
A second photo shows the same shape but from a different angle. A third
That's pretty
photo
interesting.
confirms the white object yet again.
3 times?
Philip and his father couldn't see the white shape in person when they took the photos.
Could be a wisp.
They also noticed that the white object seemed to be hovering over one particular grave. In all 3 photos, you can see that it's floating above the same spot. The next day, Philip went to investigate the area where the white anomaly was seen. He found that there was a grave for a little girl born in 1963. She sadly died just 3 years later in 1966 of a heart condition. Another set of photos seems to show a misty figure standing among the gravestones.
I could barely make that out.
While it's possible this might be a case of pareidolia, the next photo is a little harder to explain. In this final photo, we see the cemetery at night, lit up by the lights of a nearby church. All seems relatively normal until you notice the shadow of a man on the right side of the picture. At first, Philip thought it may have been his own shadow, but he later realised his shadow is actually in the bottom right of the image.
I was about
You
to
can
say
make
it could
out
be
his
his,
arm
but that
and
seems a little
fingers in the
far.
corner.
Unless someone's behind him.
Creepier still, all the other shadows are moving on an angle that matched the light source. However, the shadowy figure is projected on a completely different angle.
I mean, I'm no shadows
It doesn't
expert and
match
I'm no
the
lights
angle of the
expert,
light
but
at all.
that is definitely odd to me.
Philip can't explain the image at all and has no idea what it could be, other than something within the realms of the paranormal. Given that Philip has experienced strange things on the farm his entire life, and that an old cemetery's on the property, plus the mysterious photos, it certainly does make for a compelling case that this property really is haunted. As always, I'll throw this out to you, the viewers. What do you make of Philip's story and these bizarre photos? Share your theories with the community in the comment section down below.
Well, I definitely feel like there could be some kind of activity there. But, alright guys, that's it for this first episode. I don't know if I'm going to call them episodes or whatnot, but that's going to wrap up our first video on the spooky sesh today on Monday, January 10th. So be sure to leave a comment and subscribe if you like the video. If you like watching these videos with me and you want more, be sure to let me know and I will definitely make more. I still have some movie reviews that I'm planning on doing. My next one's probably going to be on the Book of Boba Fett. Episode 3 comes out this Wednesday, so I'll give a general review on the first 2 episodes. I also would want to do Ghostbusters, Matrix Resurrection, so definitely a lot of videos that I want to try and bust out there. So alright guys, you have yourselves a nice Monday morning and I'll see you next time.